Aries Taurus to your mid-month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, there's a shift happening right now. And for some of you, this recent lunar eclipse is making a real turning point going on, right? Starting to see this everywhere. Everybody's starting to shift around. The world is shifting. With this eclipse energy, it tends to bring things into light and move situations forward. So let's kind of take a look over here and see what's going on. You do have the Strength card coming out. So let's get some clarifiers. This Strength card over here is a great overall energy that you have here. This is talking about as you're kind of handling the situation, it's calm without real force. So she's not really forcing his mouth open. He's allowing her to do so, right? It's saying I have emotional strength and self-control. And it's kind of quietly overcoming something that may have been challenging you. But it's you using some patience to do so, because strength doesn't always just come with forcing something to happen. You're saying, you know, I can do this, right? And that lion is saying, yes, I'm going to allow you to do that. Use the inner strength, right? So, and I love the infinity above her head because it always says you have potentials. There's, you know, all over the place. It's infinite, right? So I like that. So let's see what's going on. Clarifying the situation is the Page of Swords to the Page of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups. Nice. This is definitely a new energy developing here. No matter what the situation is, you can see that shift. It's actually shifting. This Page of Swords can sometimes show this miscommunication and misunderstanding, which is so common for this Mercury retrograde that we're going on. It doesn't mean that it has to be for Mercury retrograde. I'm just saying it is very common for Mercury retrograde to start these processes. But this could actually even be a process that's been going on way before Mercury retrograde was even mentioned, right? So it can feel like the situation is where something has not been fully clear or communicated properly. But I like the Page of Coins coming in because it's saying, well, you know, this brings in that opportunity. And, you know, this can relate to learning something new and building something and having that better understanding where two people are now coming together and having this deeper connection. So there definitely is some kind of new chapter that's coming through on an emotional basis. So if you and this person were not getting along and you were having these miscommunications, it's saying, no, now we can fully open up to one another and have this clarity coming through, right? So there's definitely some kind of, could be new love, but it's also this new understanding for a lot of you of what was going on within the situation, right? Understanding from a different, deeper level. So, I mean, sometimes, you know, some things feel slow, right? And then with that eclipse energy, situations that have been unclear suddenly just start moving forward. It's just crazy how that works. We watched that last year, right? We watched that last year, how all of a sudden things just started becoming clear and started unfolding, right? For those of you who were here last year, we had the same kind of understanding that was going on, right? From tower moments to straight clarity. Okay, nothing unusual. So getting out some clarifying cards, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. It could be something at work. We have a lot of Pentacles here. It could be you and the boss, you know. And just because it's emotional doesn't mean it has to be romantic. It just means that I'm having a better understanding. Maybe you and a coworker are not, you're just been butting heads, and maybe there's an underlying issue that's going on. And then it's like it clicks and you like understand, right? And then you're like, oh, I get it. I'm sorry. Or maybe they're doing that to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were in a healing process. I didn't understand, you know, that you had gone through something, you know, this dramatic. I thought you were just, you know, in your hidey hole, or you're doing this or you're doing that. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it doesn't always have to be a romantic thing. Some of you might have just got divorced and they're not understanding where your emotions are coming from. Right now, all of a sudden, they're getting this clarity and understanding, and it's almost like you two are meeting on the same plane, on the same level, okay, of understanding. Right, whether it's you understanding them or them understanding you. But I think when we have miscommunications and stuff like that, sometimes we have to meet in the middle, because now you've made me upset, so I don't understand where you're coming from, right? So then we can get together and we can clear this air. We can clear the air. Okay. So I do like that. And that's really what it's saying. And then everything becomes balanced and justified. Everything's back to where it should have been before. Even if you're still, you know, and it doesn't even mean you guys even like each other. Sometimes we can have miscommunications with our, you know, you could be total foes, total enemies, you know, at work, and you still don't like this person, but it doesn't mean that we can't be on the same leveling field, right? It's like, that doesn't mean that just because I understand where you're coming from doesn't mean that I'm 100% going to forgive you, or I'm not going to 100% like you. Maybe I'll forgive you and I don't like you, right? Um, so it's not that, it's just clearing the air for that better understanding of what's going on around the situation, so it doesn't feel so intense. That way, at least we can see, at least we can work together. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay, guys, getting some overall. Let's get a couple clarifiers over here. See this, where this is kind of going. Oh yeah, absolutely. Having the conversation that caused the obstacle to begin with. Absolutely. 10 of Wands to the 7 of Wands. What are these wands or are these swords? I'm sorry, these are swords, but yeah, it doesn't matter. No, those are swords. Wait, wands or swords? No, those are wands. This card's hard to tell. Sorry, guys. You see that? Sit never here thinking, but of my, those have to be because they're clubs. Clubs are wands. I just have to look at they're made by cards. Okay, so yeah, getting past the obstacle for the conversation, having that difficult conversation. That's definitely what it is. Having the difficult conversation that everybody's been walking around. I won't talk about it. You know, standing my ground. You know, overall card, the Emperor. Well, the Emperor says I'm getting my luck back. I'm taking on what it is I truly need to be, standing my ground, having what it is I truly need at this time. So, with this Emperor, it's just representing that structure and that authority. But it feels like you're actually finally standing in the power that you feel like you need to stand in, guys. So, this is you taking back that direction that you feel was necessary to do so, right? We need to clear up this mess because it's causing problems, whether it's causing problems at work, within the family, you know, however it is, within the friend circle, whatever is going on over here. It's definitely you saying, I have to address this issue, and it's going to make me feel like I'm back to the place of being stronger and being in a much stronger position. Okay, because this cannot continue. So this is definitely also you speaking your truth. So pretty much this whole reading, Aries Taurus, is about your turning point is involving addressing the issues. Okay. And feeling like you're back to normal where you need to be when it comes to this issue in general. Okay. And I will give you a message, a daily healing message. Best message, please. Avoid hateful thoughts, as they are just as hurtful as physically striking someone. Okay, guys, and that was it for you. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.